Well, I had to do a little video of my own. The other one is being done on the GoPro. But we're now out the back on the opposite side of our property. That's the other. We're now the other side of our wall. So our property is on the other side there. We're coming to have a look at another well, which possibly might be an alternative to the one that we've originally looked at. But when you look at this kind of terrain, this is almost impossible to walk on unless very, very careful. It's been messed about so many times. There's like a ditch there that goes through, I don't know, kind of a little stream. And then we came over there and from up the back and over, and it's quite tricky to walk. If you look, there's no straight ground. It's not what you would call a path. This here is very typical of small landowners, farmers who will have a tiny little rice field. Well, this isn't that tiny, but you will understand it's made up in little sections, and there they are. They're actually harvesting right now, and it's in such an inaccessible place. How on earth they get it into bags and then out to have it milled? Now, I wish I understood the language so that I could translate, but I don't, as many people have told me. I'm very lazy. I'm daunted by it. See, this is all for shade, and it's all done on bamboo, which is harvested right here close. And these are workers, such hard workers. And all of these are rice workers now taking a break, having a smoke. I think this is one of the roofs that you can see from our house, which is way over there now. My sense of direction here in the Philippines in this kind of terrain is useless. If I was left to my own devices now, only the fact that I can see that wall would help me to find my way home. Turn me around 3 times, I would be lost. So we don't see any of these tiers of rice fields from our house. All of this is totally new to me. These high trees are what we see after we've looked at this hill, this mountain here. Then it comes down. See, at some time that has been cut and dug out for what, I really don't know. See, they use a knife that's kind of like a sickle. Beth took me out when we first came to Bohol, and she took me out to a rice field, and we cut a few pieces. Not many. It's back-breaking work, and you see in the town sometimes you will see old people who have worked in the rice fields all their lives, and they're bent over double. And they're all wrapped up against the sun, of course. Hey.
Hello.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
This goes up to that. That's not actually, I don't think that's a house, or is it? Might be a house, or it might be a place to sit. Now there's that knife I mentioned, kind of like a sickle, the curved, sort of a half moon, a quarter moon shape. And he's back again in there. So in the path really just hangs on the side. It hangs on the side of the hill. Look at that, look, it's coming down. You can see it more clearly now because we're looking up. And it goes down in those tiers. There's another one, and gradually they get down the hill. And they kind of level out that land for each of those paddies. See, look, there's one tiny little step, but still utilised. And here's stuff where they've cut this and put it to the side that will be used for firewood. And it's been cut down the hill there. Now these lines, you can see these lines with the waving pieces of plastic, probably from the last harvest and still left up to keep the birds away. Now this path has now been hewn out of the side. They're far ahead of me. And here's a little shed. You find these little tiny sheds and they're put up so that where possible the workers have a place that they can come and actually rest out of the sun, which is most times is quite relentless. Well, I'm left way behind. So once we get to that shed, I'll turn off. Now, how on earth did they ride their bikes down here? The Asians are just incredible for biking, so they must have come down there. And there's a little tin shack. And they're collecting the grass now, look. Right next to this big tree. And all made of natural materials there. So they've got some personal stuff, an umbrella, some jackets and stuff, and cups, and that's, well, what luxury. Ice. So I'm going to catch up now, see if I can, and I'll be back.